Alright, welcome back. I looked over the video that I just did briefly, and in a matter of speaking, I pretty much covered time. You're looking at pretty much 5 to 6 months to complete a through hike. Most people, the people that make six figures, they can take a 6-month leave of absence and come back to their job. But most people, such as myself, the layman's in life, those are the ones will just pretty much take time off, pretty much quit, and leave the work scene and do the trail thing for 6 months, and then when they get off the trail, pretty much go back to life. That's how it's been. Although it used to amaze me when I used to start out. I would say it seems like everybody that comes on the trail has a sob story. Is how I would put it, because as you're in the shelter and you're talking and whatnot, everybody has a story as to how they lost their job or how they fell on hard times and decided, what the hell, I got time now, let me hike the trail. And I don't know, that has always amused me. But if you got to make lemonade out of lemons, then that's the way to do it. Okay, nutrition. Nutrition is probably the most important thing out of everything. I mean, I can't harp on nutrition enough, and it's the one thing that most novices, such as myself, and just the average person, unless you got experience in the medical field, will really ever know the gravity of how important it is. Because when you think about it, you're actually, when you're through hiking a trail, you can equate that to running a marathon a day. I would say once you get your trail legs under you, you're looking at what, 2-3 weeks? Well, okay, a month. You'll be able to do 25 miles in 8 hours. And I'm gonna tell you right now, you're gonna hear stories where people tell you, oh, this part of the trail is flat, or oh yeah, these are just hills. I'm telling you, it's all BS. The trail is hard. There's no such thing as flat. You're gonna get mountains, and these mountains are gonna go in elevations of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 feet. And it's not so much the elevation as it is the degree, the incline, the degree in which how high you go in 5-meter span. Sometimes it's like that. The grade is terrible. I'm not trying to frighten you, but I want you to know the truth. It's hard. There are mountains. There's no such thing as flat. Although I will say, you will come across some of the easier trails, and let me see, what is it? Maryland. Yeah, Maryland was a breeze, but still take it seriously and know that it's hard. Okay, nutrition. Look at it this way. You know how they say you don't give a newborn baby water because the water fills up their belly and it makes them feel they're full and they no longer eat, but the problem is there's no nutritional content in the water itself. So although the baby's not crying because it has a full stomach, it has no sustenance either. So it's like it's not getting any vitamins. So they always say, if you have a newborn baby, then either breastfeed or do a formula so that the body gets the nutrients. Now, keep that in mind when I say this. 90% of the food you eat on the trail is going to be dehydrated, which means you just add water. Now, it's good from a weight standpoint. Everything that you eat, you're packing in on your back. Dehydrated food is very light, and that's good. But the problem is, I would say most of the vitamins, they don't survive the dehydration process. Take sun-dried tomatoes, for example. Vitamin C cannot survive the radiation process of being sun-dried. So the end result is you got tomatoes, they taste good, but the nutritional content as far as vitamin C is gone. It's the same way with dehydrated milk. It's the same way across the board. And like I said, when most of your stuff is dehydrated, what you're doing is you're going in, you get to where you're going, and then you add your water, and you get this big old bowl of food, and you're eating it, and it looks like it's a lot. You feel that you're getting the sustenance that you need, but at the end of the day, you're going to bed on a full belly with a quarter of the nutrition that you need based on the calories that you're actually putting out on the trail. So, make a long story short, you want to take a multivitamin. Now, when you take the multivitamin, you don't want to take it with water. What you want to do is, if you're eating a Snickers, whenever you eat, you want to take the multivitamin and you want to eat it like food, okay? Because your body, it just works different on the trail. It is, okay, how can I say this in layman's terms? It's just simple, you're going to be drinking water like a horse. So when you drink the water, it's going to push everything in your system out. Okay, you have, as far as vitamins go, you have water-soluble vitamins and you have fat-soluble vitamins. Water-soluble vitamins are those vitamins that that break down in water. The water, the natural water of your body. And pretty much when you go to the restroom, it just runs right out of you. The fat-soluble vitamins seem to linger in the small intestines as it moves down. It absorbs into the fat. But here's the deal. When you're hiking and you're drinking, you know, your body's just going to process that water and shoot it right back out. And so you don't know if you're going to get all the nutrients from that one multivitamin. So like I said, what I recommend you do is when you take a multivitamin, eat it as if it were something. Now granted, it's going to have that acidic taste, so pretty much take a bite of Snickers or whatever, throw the vitamin in there and eat it like that. Okay, water. Water is very important, but here's the problem. Because like, I mean, when I first started, I would have crazy cramps and I didn't understand why. I'm talking your hands would just cramp up, and it's very bad in the wintertime because you're not aware of the degree in which you're actually sweating, you know, and it just kills you. You go to bed in cramps, you wake up with cramps. Okay, drinking water is good, but it's not enough. The reason why, water carries a positive charge. Your body carries a positive charge. Therefore, when you drink the water, it's just pretty much passing right through you. Okay, so what you want to do with water is you want to increase your salt intake, because what salt does is it adds electrolytes to the water. What does that mean? Okay, the earth gets struck by lightning, we'll say once every 12 seconds. What the lightning does is it replaces the negative charge to the earth that naturally goes out through the atmosphere naturally. So any minerals of the earth is going to carry a negative charge. When you drink, me sometimes I just mix salt with my water, but when you have a decent salt intake and you drink water, the salt is gonna, like I said, it's gonna electrolyze the water with a negative charge. So when you drink the water and it's passing through your body, the positive and the negative with the muscle and the water, it's gonna absorb more. It's gonna cause, salt causes your body to absorb water. Okay, I'm running out of time. Damn. Okay, potassium. All right, potassium breaks down. Let me see. Okay, potassium helps the body process salt. So you need potassium. You find potassium in potatoes. You find potassium in bananas. For years, when I was on the trail, I would always crave salty French fries, and I never knew why until I started to like study it. So keep in mind, you know, there's a few more I need to mention, but you need the water, yes. You need the salt, yes. You need potassium because potassium is going to break down the salt such that it'll mix with the water the way you want it to. Okay, another vital mineral is magnesium. Okay. Magnesium is found in dried nuts, in fruit and berries and stuff, pretty much trail mix. And so that's pretty much a no-brainer because that's the one thing you're going to always have access to. It's going to always be readily available. Magnesium helps the body store potassium. Okay? So when you look at the principal ones, you got the water, you got the salt, you got potassium, you got magnesium. Okay, and now the last point, you're gonna need iron. Okay, especially in the wintertime. I recommend an iron supplement. When the body lacks iron, you're gonna find number one, you're not gonna have a lot of energy, and number two, your body's not gonna be able to hold heat. Okay, and so if you sweat a lot, if you're doing a lot, especially if you're a woman and you're doing a cycle and whatnot, I mean, it's you really need iron. So so those are the principal minerals that I would recommend. Is that everything? Yeah, so, and I guess, you know, when you go into town and stuff, get a, you know, eat, you'll probably be craving fat foods and fatty foods. Listen to your body. You're going to eat more greens and things of that nature. And one last point. If you go into Walmart or if you go into like a big retail store as far as the food goes, go to the geriatrics aisle, go to the old folks aisle and get some Boost. That's like, okay, this is Boost. Now you also have Ensure, you have, you know, you pretty much have a myriad of choices, but these babies right here pack a punch. I'm talking, you get your protein, you get your vitamins, you get the minerals. Just right here it has 180 milligrams of potassium. Now, do you have to drink a case of this stuff or 6-pack? No. But, you know, when you're going into Walmart and you're going into these places, when you're buying your cakes and your pies, because I didn't mention sugar, it's a given. You're going to go through sugar like, boy. Get a 6-pack of this. Split it with somebody. Get 6, down 3. You're going to feel so much better in the morning. And it's going to give your body the things that you would normally be able to get from like a big steak dinner. Okay? And, And it's very important. It is so very important that you give yourself, you know what, I think I may have to do another, I'm going to do another thing on nutrition, and I'm running out of time, so I'm going to come back and back it up real quick. So, out here.